Hey Valley Middle, welcome back to another G67 math video. Tonight we're going to be finding the volume of pyramids. Before we do that, let's start off with a trivia question about the volume of a pyramid. What is the approximate volume of the Great Pyramid of Giza? Note, I've rounded these measurements, but if you want to give that a shot, quick, go for it. By the end of the lesson, you'll be able to determine it pretty accurately. All right, tonight officially I can find the volume of a pyramid. Let's do this thing. All right. This square pyramid has a base length of 24 inches. It's 20 inches tall. What is the volume? Hey, this is a simple lesson. Base times height divided by 3. Did you notice that it's a big B? A big B meaning base units squared. So basically what we have this base, it's a square pyramid, so if it's 24 inches this way, it's also 24 inches this way. So you take 24 inches times 24 inches and you got 576. Now this would be inches squared at this point. You multiply that by the height, you got 11,520 inches. You divide that by 3 and you have 3,840 inches cubed. That simple. It's going to be an easy target. Let's get rolling. Some words to talk about here. First of all, pyramid. That's a solid object whose base is a polygon, straight-sided, flat shape, closed. The sides are triangles, which mean they meet at the top. It doesn't matter what the base is. It could have a hexagonal base, but still, the sides are triangles that meet at the top, which is the apex. It's a polyhedron, and a polyhedron is that solid figure with many planes and faces, typically more than 6. And then several different ways that you can determine this. Base times height, again, notice the capital B, the base times the height divided by 3, or 1/3 base times height, or the one I use, base times height divided by 3. These are all your different formulas. So when you think about it, you've got the base, which is our unit squared, times the height, which is a unit, a linear unit. There's just one, or you can think of it as an exponent of 1, will give you an answer in units cubed. All right, so you've got a slant height over here. We don't need that. I'm just giving you some other vocabulary. The face are these triangular shapes on the side. There's your base, is whatever the bottom is. And then opposite the base is the apex. And obviously the height. So you'll need the base and the height to do these. All right, I think 3, and then I'll cut you loose. Find the volume of this pyramid. All right, we're going to use base times height divided by 3. So the base is 3 feet times 5 feet. So we've got 15, this is my base, times the height of 6 divided by 3. Then we've got 15 times 6 is 90. Divided by 3, we've got 30. Our volume here is 30 feet cubed. Just that simple. Isn't this a nice, easy target? Oh, it's fun. All right, find the volume of this triangular pyramid. All right, a little more work involved in here because we don't know what the base is, and you can't just multiply these together. You've got to either cut one of these in half or divide your product by 2. So I'm going to divide my product by 2. So here's the base of my triangle, 14 times 8 divided by 2. Simplify. That's 112 divided by 2 is 56 units cubed. So this is the base of the triangle. Now, the base of the triangle times the height of the pyramid from base to apex, that's 952 divided by 3, which is 317.3 repeating. Or I think the best way to maybe write this is to flip that to a fraction and say it's 317 and 1/3 units cubed. Remember, there's no measurement or standard of measure listed. Use units. All right, here's one with a hexagonal base. Now, we don't know how to find the area of a hexagon, but that's okay. It's given. This is the simplest one there is. You've got the base. All you have to do is multiply it by the height. I thought I'd go ahead and try 1/3 base times height here. This is the way we did it when we were kids. Same answer, either multiplying by 1/3 or dividing by 1/2. So you got 1/3, that base, times the height. Simplify the base times the height, that's 472.32. So you can multiply that by 1/3, or if you want to divide it by 3, same difference. 157.44 centimeters cubed. Pretty straightforward. All right, Here we go. Time for you to try a couple. Find the volume of this pentagonal pyramid. Go for it. Okie dokie. Pretty simple. You already had the base, the big B. So 15.9 is the base times 10 divided by 3. 159 divided by 3 is 53. Volume is 53 centimeters cubed. I decided to use base times height with this kind of a division symbol, divided by 3 instead of the fraction one, just to show you it just doesn't matter. All right, final problem. Here we go. Find the volume of this triangular pyramid. Go ahead and pause the video and give it a shot. All right, let's see what you did. Here's what I got. Well, the base is 6 times 5, base times height, divided by 2. So that's 30 divided by 2. So basically, you got a base here of 15 meters squared. So now you take that base, big B, times the 10. And you're going to divide the whole thing by 3. That's 150 divided by 3. I got 50. My volume was 50 meters squared. All righty. All righty then. Time for the Decatore show. All right. Find the volume of these two pyramids. Go for it. What? Yeah, I didn't draw a picture for that one. You can figure it out. All right, here we go. Our trivia question of the day. Just for fun, what's the approximate volume of the Great Pyramid of Giza? Well, now you know it. You multiply the bases together, then multiply the height, divide the whole thing by 3. So it's 230 times 230 times 139 divided by 3. About 2,451,033 meters cubed. Amazing. Look at how small the people are next to it. Look on YouTube about some of the stuff. There's one video that shows some people just sitting on these little teeny, they look like, they look like little kids sitting on these giant rocks. All right, a couple other quick facts about it. The Great Pyramid was built with this ratio of 1 to 43,200. What that means is the base of the Great Pyramid is 1/43,200th of the circumference of the Earth. Kind of a cool fact. How did they figure that out? 5,000 years ago? Wow. How did they build it 5,000 years ago? So basically, here's some interesting facts here. It's 756 feet long on each side, 480 feet, 1 feet high. It's composed of 2.3 million stones weighing nearly 3 tons each. That's like 2.3 million cars. A car is about 3 tons. That's a total mass of 6.5 million tons. Legend has it that the structure was erected in just 20 years. And if that's the case, that means that one of these blocks had to have been moved into place every 5 minutes of each day and night, round the clock for 20 years. That's crazy. I don't know how they did it. Anyway, Google Great Pyramid of Giza if you want some other crazy facts. There's all kinds of mathematical connections. And with the alignment of the stars and the center mass of the Earth, all kinds of cool things. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.